Here's how I see everything. Everything that I do and everything that I see, everything that I am as a person, here's how I see everything we watch and everything we listen to. We are either being taught something and someone is teaching us something, or we're being misled, deceived, tricked, fooled, played, duped. And someone is taking something or the opposite of what I just said, you see. And I lose train of thought sometimes, but teaching or misleading, telling you something that actually makes sense, or something that is deceitful and is a lie or corrupt or is duping you as a person. That's how I see everything. That's how I see everyone. And I know that there has to be some type of balance in this life. I know that the universe is chaos. But what I'm saying is, we as a people, we do not have to do a lot of the things that we are doing to ourselves. We don't have to do a lot of this. Like, whoever told us that we had to be something? Whoever said to you all these things that you took in and you believed just because they told you? And like, the only thing that I can tell people is start to question everything. Question everything. Question people, question your family. Don't ever take anything for face value or what you think that it is. Never, ever. Always ask questions. Even to people like me, ask questions all the time. Don't ever take anything seriously or take it for what you think that it is, because it probably isn't. And this is what I have learned through my life. And this is what I am teaching you. I don't call myself a teacher, but because I know both sides of this equation. I know the teaching part. I know the listening and the learning part. And I know the deceitful part, the corrupt part, the chaos part, the misleading part. I know both of the sides. So that's why I talk about these things. That's why I teach both things, even though I see teaching as being over here with learning and things that can actually make us healthier and stop a lot of the bullshit in our lives, even though there's natural things that are going to happen. And I see this side too. And I accept this side and I see it for what it is, because I've been over there too. But I know what's on this side. And I know what's on this side. I'm not judging either one. I'm just calling them out for what they are. I'm simply calling them out and seeing them for what they are. I am a teacher that knows about chaos. I know about depression. I know about drugs. I know about family problems. I know about seeing people in your family die from overdoses. I know about wars and pestilence and all this stuff, because I've watched things over and over and over again. And I have seen how we are as people. And I have seen how people get tricked and duped into these things. These men come as a bright light of hope. They come like they have all the answers for you and I. They come as this thing that you think is something to follow, something to be a part of, something to do something with. And if I get loud, I can't help it because this is how I get. This is how I feel. You know, I can't be silent when it's not the right time to be silent. When there's a time to be loud, there's a time to be loud. When there's a time to be silent, there's a time to be silent. And you know, I will both cry and be serious about things, and I will laugh and open up and vent things. It's just all how the moment is going, and I see what is happening. I think ahead of everything. I question everything. I say, okay, here comes these people. I'm not judging them, but just say there's two people walking my way. I'm like, okay, there's two people coming towards me. What I'm thinking is, are these people friendly? Are they plotting something maybe? It's not that I want to judge them. It's just I'm thinking ahead of every situation. I'm saying, are these people just taking a walk? Are they getting exercise? Are they out here to rob somebody? I don't know. It's not that I want to think like that, but I'm thinking of the situation with everything. That's just an example. When I go out to walk, I always say, do I have everything I need before I go out? You know, yes, a lot of times I do carry some type of protection in case, because if I had to, I am a defensive kind of guy. I'm not going to go out and hurt anybody. I'm not going to go out and do anything to anyone. I don't know if that's going to come my way. You know, do I want to do that? No, I don't want to do that, but it's something that you might have to do for yourself. But some of us, we don't know how to balance this equation. We don't know our limits. We don't know when enough is enough. We don't think ahead. We just do things to do them. If someone said something to hurt or offend us, which you shouldn't get offended or hurt if you really have ultimate knowledge. You should not get offended or hurt by anything anyone says, because you know how people are. But if you let little things like that get to you, you're not thinking ahead. You're thinking that somebody spited your pride. You're thinking that somebody did something to you. You know, like your pride and your ego, when there is no such thing. You just thought that there's something like that. And that's why I listen. I listen to people. I study things. I look at everything. I listen. I observe. I ask questions. And when you know that you know that you know something, and you see other people doing the things that you did before and you know it now, I have no other choice but to talk about it. I have no other choice but to let you know about it. Because a lot of us, we don't even see what we're doing to ourselves. We don't even see what we're doing to other people. We don't even see what's really happening with the situations that are happening. We're thinking something probably completely different than what's really actually going on. I'm not saying don't observe the situation. I'm not saying don't think about it, don't question it. But a lot of us, we react too quick. We're too quick to jump on the bandwagon. We're too quick to judge another person. We're too quick to say, I'm better than. We're too quick to say, oh, he's not wearing the things I'm wearing, so I'm not like him. and I don't want nothing to do with that. We're too quick to do a lot of the things we do. And then sometimes we don't react to things the way that if you had the knowledge, you wouldn't, and you would react to certain things if you had the knowledge. It's all a knowledge thing. But never ever say that knowledge is power. It is not power. It has nothing to do with power. It has to do with knowing. You know things. When people say that knowledge is power, they're full of shit. Don't listen to them. Power is power. Power is corrupt. Most people use their power for the wrong things. You see what power does? I don't have to tell you this. Watch history. Listen to how all the emperors fell. All the Hitlers, the Stalins, the Caesars, the Neros. All these people, if you actually have the knowledge of this, you will know that power is foolishness. It is ignorance. It is corrupt. But a lot of you are still chasing that. You're chasing this dream of power. You're chasing these ignorant and illogical things that are never going to do nothing but corrupt you. It's never going to bring violence your way. It's going to bring violence your way. It's never going to solve anything in your life. And then you wonder why you are like you are. You wonder why these things happen to you. You wonder why when you associate yourself with these types of people that you get how they are. They give that to you because that's their essence. They're not thinking. They're not questioning. They're not gaining real knowledge. Their knowledge is after thirst of blood and power and money and all these things that are corruptible. There is no life in them messages. There is no life in them teachings. I teach life and I teach death. I know both things, but I'm not ignorant enough to boast about the life, and I'm not ignorant enough to condone all the negative things that bring death either. I am here. This is where I always am. I am the equalizer. I am Denzel Washington. I equalize the situation. I am neutral Nate. That's what I am. Don't love it. Don't hate it. Don't do either or. Don't judge the situation. Just take the situation for what it really is. And when I say that, it might seem like I'm boasting, but I'm not boasting. It's what I am. I've always been the neutral guy. I've always been the guy to break up fights. I always been the guy to be the middleman in everybody else's shit. And then I got involved. And I didn't even want to get involved because they didn't have the knowledge to know what both of them were doing. And they were ignorant and stupid. Then I had to get in the middle of it when I didn't want to because I knew what was going on. I've already did that. I've already seen that. I've already watched it. I've already lived it. I already played that part in life. And I know where it leads. And like I said, the only knowledge comes from listening. And not judging the situation. It's seeing the situation for what it really is. And when you get this knowledge, you do not use it for power. You do not use it to tell another person what to do. You do not use it to control other people. See, this is the power that I despise. But yet I don't want to judge it. I really don't want to say that I despise it, but I do. I do. And see how I'm saying I do because I don't want to judge it. Because I'm getting involved with it, you see? Now I'm involving myself with the corruption and the thirst for blood and the thirst for power and money. Now I'm getting myself involved with it. You see, I already know what it is. And I know what goodness is. I know what life is. I know what being healthy is. I know what all the good, the bad, and the ugly is. And I am the ugly truth. I am the neutral, ugly truth. Now, do you know that for yourself? That's the question. Do you know for yourself that you are the ugly truth? Because inside you're ugly like me. I can see through you, see who the real you. Inside you're ugly like me. I can see through you, see your true colors. Do you know that? And don't ever assume that other people know what you know, because a lot of people do not know what you know. There's a lot of people that are going to watch this video and they might not have ever heard this. They might not have ever heard anybody explain to them what I'm explaining. It doesn't make me better than you. I just been through maybe more. I know more. I've experienced more maybe. But the more does not mean anything at all. That word doesn't mean anything. And you should know that. See, there comes a point where nobody can really tell you anything because you already know for yourself. There's that knowing that you just know because you've seen it so many times. You've been there so many times. You felt it so many times. You've been a part of it so many times. You got in the middle of it so many times that you've seen the foolishness and you've seen the goodness. You've seen the corrupt stuff. Excuse my swallow. And you see the things that are righteous and things that actually help solve a problem. And then here and here and here and here, and it just keeps going. It's the contradiction of everything. And I'm not judging the contradiction. I'm just calling the contradiction out for what the contradiction really is. And this is the contradiction. And I am here. Somebody but nobody. Resonate. You understand? And once you have that understanding, use it in a way where you understand what you are doing and saying, and always question things. Always think ahead even when everybody else isn't. Always ask questions when nobody else is. Put yourself in someone else's shoes. You don't have to talk about it, but put yourself in someone else's shoes and see where they're coming from. Then you can maybe be the middle guy. You can be the neutrality. You can be this, the centeredness of everything. And I'm not saying this on any kind of spiritual stuff or any kind of, Buddhism or anything. I'm not doing that for that. I'm saying this is just how I'm using it as an example. I always been that. I've always been the equalizer. I've always been neutral Nate. I've always been the middleman and everything. You see? And that's why not too many people can talk about this, because their motives are going this way for all the corruptible things. or their motives are to be goody two shoes and to be known for being righteous and all this stuff. I'm either or. I'm neither either. That's another one of my nicknames. I am neither either. I'm neither one of those. I'm a guy that looked at every situation. I'm the guy that's seen everything for what it was. I didn't judge it. I just looked at it for what it was. And I talked about how it really was. I expressed how it really was. I let it be known how it really was. And I let it be that. Stay up. Stay lowly. Resonate. Later. Blue and white will only lead into the night. Night terrors haunt me, but it's okay. Because I will get through this day as long as I'm healthy. Eat some greens. I dealt with fiends. That green will do some things, but not everything. Not everything. The only thing that it might do is keep us warm on an island. What is all this? What is all this, I ask? A task? A deliverance? What are the choices that lie in between, underneath everything that is not seen? From the top of my head, it came. It came like the depression days ago. I leave you this. My fellow humans, I leave you this. Maybe tomorrow. Always now. SBN Resonate. I'm out.